Travel, an introduction. Amidst all our dreams and ambitions from cradle to grave is the wanderlust of travel, to see the world, to experience different cultures and new lands. In the modern day, a few hours on a plane will take us to an entirely different environment, whereas 100 years ago or more, any form of transport would have been far slower paced, but getting there was also part of the adventure, the gradual transition from what is known to what is about to be known. This collection of poems takes us across a wide variety of travels and environments, both real and in the mind. They summon up descriptions and feelings that are sometimes totally unexpected. This collection of poems takes us across a wide variety of travels and environments, both real and in the mind. They summon up descriptions and feelings that are sometimes totally unexpected. Of course, when the authors include the greats, from Wordsworth to Whitman, perhaps we shouldn't be surprised, but allow ourselves to be indulged by their ability. This collection is read for you by Ghizela, Rowe and Gideon, Wagner.
Admonition to a Traveller by William Wordsworth. Yes, there is holy pleasure in thine eye. The lovely cottage in the guardian nook has stirred thee deeply, with its own dear brook, its own small pasture, almost its own sky. But covet not the abode, oh, do not sigh as many do, repining while they look, intruders who would tear from nature's book this precious leaf with harsh impiety. Think what the home would be if it were thine, even thine though few thy wants, roof, window, door. The very flowers are sacred to the poor, the roses to the porch which they entwine. Yea, all that now enchants thee from the day on which it should be touched would melt away.
Beachy Head by Charlotte Smith. On thy stupendous summit, rock sublime, that o'er the channel reared halfway at sea, the mariner at early morning hails, I would recline, while fancy should go forth and represent the strange and awful hour of vast concussion, when the Omnipotent stretched forth his arm and rent the solid hills, bidding the impetuous main flood rush between the rifted shores, and from the continent eternally divided this green isle. Imperial lord of the high southern coast, from thy projecting headland I would mark, far in the east the shades of night disperse, melting and thinned as from the dark blue wave emerging, brilliant rays of arrowy light dart from the horizon, when the glorious sun just lifts above it his resplendent orb. Advances now with feathery silver touched, the rippling tide of flood glistens the sands, while inmates of the chalky clefts that scar thy sides precipitous, with shrill harsh cry, their white wings glancing in the level beam, the terns and gulls and tarrocks seek their food, and thy rough hollows echo to the voice of the greyed choughs and ever restless daws, with clamour not unlike the chiding hounds, while the lone shepherd and his baying dog drive to thy turfy crest his bleating flock. The high meridian of the day is past, an ocean now, reflecting the calm heaven, is of cerulean hue, and murmurs low the tide of ebb upon the level sands. The sloop, her angular canvas shifting still, catches the light and variable airs that but a little crisp the summer sea, dimpling its tranquil surface, afar off and just emerging from the arch immense, where seem to part the elements, a fleet of fishing vessels stretch their lesser sails, while more remote and like a dubious spot, just hanging in the horizon laden deep, the ship of commerce richly freighted, makes her slower progress on her distant voyage, bound to the orient climates, where the sun matures the spice within its odorous shell, and rivaling the grey worm's filmy toil, bursts from its pod the vegetable down, which his long turbaned wreaths from torrid heat defends the brows of Asia's countless castes. There the earth hides within her glowing breast the beamy adamant and the round pearl enchased in rugged covering, which the slave, with perilous and breathless toil, tears off from the rough sea rock, deep beneath the waves.
Fair Isle at Sea by Robert Louis Stevenson. Fair Isle at Sea, thy lovely name soft in my ear like music came. That sea I loved, and once or twice I touched at isles of paradise.
And your feet are the author, your eyes every page, by Daniel Sheehan. When your dreams for tomorrow have rested their souls in the grave, will you walk oh so lightly on feet made raw by the journey? Or instead on the backs of your memories, on the hearts of your gains, will you walk oh so lightly on feet enriched by the journey? Travel and find the journey you seek. It will bind you with pain and sorrow your heart. It will open your mind to the infinite chaos, and your feet are the author, your eyes every page.